One man stalked and terrorized for fun. The victim has special needs. His family called News 4 desperate for help because they can't get the bullying to stop.
We're on the cat man hunt. There he is.
Meow, meow. I'm looking for cat food. Meow. I eat cats.
You like cats?
I am a cat man.
You are a cat man? What's your name?
I'm a cat man.
The city of Dunkirk is a city of torment for Mikey Gonzalez. He says he's bullied on a daily basis by everyone, ranging from kids to grown adults. We sent News 4's Lou Raguse to Dunkirk to investigate, and he joins us now with his exclusive special report.
Diana, I started looking into this after one of Mikey's loved ones called News 4 crying because they've tried everything they can think of to get the bullying to stop. Not only has it continued, but now it's being publicly posted to YouTube. A warning, you might find the video you're about to see disturbing. With its location on the beautiful shores of Lake Erie, Dunkirk can be an idyllic city for a bike ride. And no one seems to enjoy riding bike in Dunkirk more than Mikey Gonzalez.
What do you like to do every day?
Ride my bike.
Yeah?
I ride my bike all the time.
Sometimes up to 12 hours, 25 miles a day.
What do you do on your bike? Where do you go?
Go to work and back. Work every day. Go to my mom's on the weekends, going to church on Sundays.
But often, before reaching his destination, bullies reach him.
We're on the cat man hunt. There he is.
This is video publicly posted on YouTube featuring two men in a car chasing down Mikey on his bike and taunting him.
Meow, meow. I'm looking for cat food. Meow. I eat cats.
You like cats?
I am a cat man.
You are a cat man? What's your name?
Why do they make cat noises at you?
To get me angry and stuff. Because I don't like animals.
What the bullies probably don't know is when Mikey was a child, he was mauled by a dog twice. He hasn't been the same since. His brother says Mikey is diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome and takes medication for it. And when he's aggravated, Mikey can't control what he shouts, and he can't help that he hits himself.
He doesn't know how to control his anger, and then people picking on him brings it out.
The video is disturbing to watch, but Mikey's loved ones insist we show it in order, they hope, to get the help they need.
It needs to be out there. People need to know that this is going on and to stop. It's not his fault the way that he is the way he is, and you should not be picking on him.
It's not just one video. We found 4 publicly posted online. In each one, you hear laughing, taunting,
I love cats.
I love cats too.
and a complete disregard for Mikey's safety. While provoked, he's hit himself so many times, so hard, he's now blind in one eye.
It's disgusting. It is sick. It is sick to think that anybody could get a thrill off of watching somebody else hurt themselves or go through pain.
We showed the video to the Dunkirk school superintendent, who was appalled.
I think it's a horrible thing. It's a very, very tragic situation, and I want to work closely with the Dunkirk police because this situation has to be taken care of right away. It's not fair to that poor gentleman to have to go through this.
But part of the problem, it's not just kids picking on Mikey.
High school kids, little kids, adults.
How does it make you feel that like grown adults are doing it even?
Makes me feel like they need to grow up.
Many Dunkirk adults we showed the video were disgusted.
I think they're sick. I think there's something wrong with them.
But we still encountered a prevailing opinion that nothing can be done.
How do you stop something about it, even if it's a family member or anybody?
Those who love Mikey believe the answer is obvious.
Stop them. Say something. You know, tell them to stop. Call the cops. Nobody does anything. They just watch it and turn the other way.
They think that's funny.
And how does that make you feel?
Angry.
So what do you hope happens?
The bullying comes to a stop.
And we showed one of the videos to the Dunkirk police chief, and that is sparking some action. We'll tell you more about that coming up at 6. Plus, I personally tracked down one of the men tormenting Mikey in those videos, and that's an encounter you're not going to want to miss.
It's really hard to watch. I can't imagine what it must be like for the family to watch this again and again. What do they think about that?
Well, they just want everyone to see the ugliness of the torment he faces every day, to know how real it is, because they think that's what's going to put a stop to it. So we posted those videos on WIVB.com.
All right, thank you, Lou. Really eye-opening. We hope that if you are touched by this story, that you'll check out our Bully Project page. Click the link under Participate tab of WIVB.com for listings of phone numbers you can call if you or someone you know is a victim of bullying.
It's bullying to the extreme in Dunkirk. News 4 at 5:30, we introduce you to Mikey Gonzalez. He's a 37-year-old disabled man with Tourette's syndrome.
His family asked News 4 for help when nothing else worked. Lou Raguse confronted one of Mikey's tormentors in this News 4 investigation.
His name is Miguel Gonzalez. Friends and family call him Mikey. But around Dunkirk,
oh, they call him Catman, right?
Yeah.
his tormentors call him the Cat Man.
If he hears like the sound of a cat, you know, then he starts beating on himself, something terrible.
He suffers from Tourette's syndrome. When angered, Mikey uncontrollably slaps himself. He involuntarily shouts out nonsensical statements.
I'm a wet cat! I'm a wet cat!
It's all the more disturbing to watch if you sit down and get to know the 37-year-old with an infectious smile.
What do you like to do every day?
Ride my bike.
Yeah?
I ride my bike all the time.
He keeps to himself, enjoys making money working at the resource center, visits his mother every weekend, and never misses church.
Well, he's the best person you will ever meet in this whole entire world. He is the nicest guy. The best heart. It doesn't matter. All he ever wants to do is say hi to you and go on his way.
And he gets everywhere he goes on his cherished red mountain bike. And it's on that bike where he's also the victim of near daily bullying.
We're on the Cat Man. There he is.
It didn't take me long to find the two men in this video entitled Catman Hunting with Mateo and Budson.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Catman.
Matt Colon graduated last year from Dunkirk High School. On Facebook and Twitter, his friends refer to him as Mateo. And Ryan Hudson, a recent Dunkirk dropout, known by his friends as Budson. In the 5-minute video, viewable by anyone on YouTube, the two men catch up with Mikey and taunt him.
Meow! Meow! I'm looking for cat food! Meow! I eat cats!
You like cats?
I am a cat man!
You are a cat. What's your name?
He tries to get away, but they corner him.
Catman is hiding.
They follow him across town.
I love cats!
I love cats too!
Then back to the spot Mikey tried to hide.
He's going back into the hiding spot.
Laughing all the way. We showed one of the videos to the Dunkirk chief of police. Just taking one look, he told us what the people are doing to Mikey could result in charges filed. While being bullied, Mikey has uncontrollably beat himself blind in one eye. So far, no one's been caught. But I tracked down Mateo and Budson, the Catman hunters.
Budson, we just want to talk to you about the Catman video. Why'd you make the video?
I didn't make the video.
Why'd you drive the car? Do you think it's funny to pick on a disabled guy?
We showed you multiple examples of Ryan Hudson and Matt Colon laughing at Mikey. When I confronted Hudson, he responded with anger.
Get the f out of here.
Just tell me why.
Come to my workplace and try harassing me.
Did you catch that?
Harassing me.
The man who zigzagged across Dunkirk in his car, tormenting Mikey with his friend,
Back up.
What are you gonna do?
Back up.
feels harassed when asked about what he did.
He made a video harassing a disabled man.
Video. Was I the one shooting the video?
He defends himself by repeating he was only driving the car, not the one holding the camera. He declined our request to sit down and talk about it further, choosing instead to make an obscene gesture at the camera. Following the confrontation, a bystander who knows Mikey asked to see the video, but couldn't watch.
I think it's horrible.
Mikey's loved ones believe for the bullying to stop, they say it'll take a widespread change of attitude in the community.
Nobody should be treated this way. Nobody. No human being should have to go through this.
And Matt Colon, Mateo on that video, mocked on his Twitter feed my request for an interview, bragging to friends that now he's going to be famous. Despite that, Mikey's family wants everyone to see the ugliness of the torment he faces every day. So we posted the videos on WIVB.com.
And you said these young men are on Twitter right now bragging about
as
this.
we speak right now.
It just is so upsetting to watch. But you showed us that police are involved. So what's happening there?
The police chief wants us to know that they're taking this very seriously. After we started investigating, he assigned a detective to the case. So anyone with information they want to call 366-2266 or the confidential tip line, which is 363-0313.
I have to believe they'll be keeping an eye on him. He's got to be well known in that area on his bicycle. So.
You know, after they saw just how bad it was on the videos we showed them, they did seem very concerned.
I hope so. All right, thank you.
Our investigation about a Dunkirk man who has fallen victim to bullies is getting results.
Meow! Meow! I'm looking for cat food! Meow! I eat cats!
You like
cats?
I am a cat man.
You are a cat man? What's your name?
Our special report has a lot of people talking, and now we're hearing what police are going to do to stop the bullying. News 4's Lou Ragoose is following up on this story. Lou?
Diana, when we first showed the videos to Dunkirk police, it sparked a criminal investigation that now has results. And Mikey's family's happy the community is responding.
We're on the cat man hunt. There he is.
Watching the News 4 special report on the bullying of Miguel Mikey Gonzalez was hard for his loved ones.
I started crying when I was watching it. It was heartbreaking.
But they say it was necessary.
People need to see it to believe it.
I just wanted everybody to see what was going on with Mikey so they can help raise awareness about what's going on with him.
Mikey is a 37-year-old disabled man with Tourette's who yells and hits himself when people agitate him. He's beat himself blind in one eye, while the bullies laugh, provoke him, and post videos of their torment online. This week, Mikey was able to go back to work at the Dunkirk Resource Center a little relieved. Does it sound like there's people looking out for you?
Yeah,
What did they tell you?
there's always hope.
He could make you laugh, he could make you cry, he'll remember your birthday, if you're injured, he'll ask you every single day, are you okay?
His coworkers, friends, and family hope this isn't a short-term fix. Mikey's mother, Linda, says he's been teased since he was a kid. That's 37 years of bullying. Always the same thing, people making cat noises at him. She hopes exposing the bullies makes an impact.
Justice is done on these people. Maybe they could meet with Mikey and apologize to him and really mean it.
In order for them to mean it, it'll take quite a turnaround from their current attitudes. When confronted about his role in the video, Ryan Hudson thought he was the one being harassed.
Harassing me?
And as soon as News 4 started promoting the special report, Matt Colon reposted the video on YouTube, encouraging everyone to watch it. On Twitter, he said the video is going to make him famous. When I responded, saying clearly he's not sorry, Colon wrote back, clearly. We tried to get their response to our special report, and Hudson and Colon confronted us together, shouting insults not fit for a news broadcast. As soon as we started filming, they zoomed away in the same white Lincoln featured in the YouTube video. But all that bragging helped Dunkirk police in their investigation. I just got off the phone with the Dunkirk police chief, and Ryan Hudson and Matt Colon are in a bit of trouble.
Are they? Now, are they going to actually face charges?
Absolutely. Today, they were officially charged. I will go over the charges and how much jail time they possibly face coming up at 6.
All right. Well, thanks, Luke.
Well, last week, News 4's Lou Ragoose brought you his exclusive story of a disabled Dunkirk man who's been suffering from the cruel and relentless taunting of bullies. Tonight, we can report this investigation has led police to press criminal charges.
The News 4 special report on adults in Dunkirk bullying 37-year-old disabled man Mikey Gonzalez resonated in the community, including with Dunkirk Police Chief Dave Ortolano.
Quite frankly, made me sick to my stomach.
He says his department won't tolerate what the videos posted online show. Men following Mikey around Dunkirk, provoking him until Mikey starts hitting himself, a symptom of his Tourette's. Ortolano says they're treating the case as stalking or harassment. He's meeting with the district attorney, who will consider charges. One thing a lot of people told me from Dunkirk after the story aired, that police had to know that this was going on.
We have had issues with Miguel in the past where we would get calls from passing motorists that would say that they saw someone hitting themselves, and we would send a car. And I can tell you this: every time we didn't receive one of these calls, our officers always made sure that they located him and make sure he was safe and make sure he found his way home.
But Ortolano says his department received no reports of people bullying Mikey until we showed him the video. The family claims they have been complaining to police, but they got no action.
The police need to step up. Actually, when they get a call about Mikey, they need to actually follow up on reports.
The police chief says he hopes charging the suspects will send a message.
Really, I think we need to send that message. Special needs people, when they're in our communities, I think we have to do everything we can to protect them.
Now, 18-year-old Ryan Hudson and 19-year-old Matt Colon are both charged with stalking in the 4th degree. It's a misdemeanor that could land them up to 90 days in jail and 1 year probation. They'll be in court November 12th, and we'll keep you updated. Reporting live, Lou Ragoose, News 4 at 6.
Live in high definition. This is Western New York's news leader. Now, News 4 at 5.
Violence outside the courtroom as two suspects face charges of stalking a man who has Tourette's syndrome. Good evening, everyone. We never stop digging for answers about the ruthless bullying of a disabled man in the Southern Tier.
And as we continue this quest today, our crew had a violent encounter. News 4's Lou Raguse is back from Dunkirk with an update you'll see only on 4. Lou?
Jackie and Don, the court hearing today was an arraignment for Matt Colon and Ryan Hudson. They're charged with stalking Mikey Gonzalez. Outside the courthouse afterward, I asked Colon if he plans on fighting the charges, and his family responded with anger. Miguel Mikey Gonzalez says he's been bullied for years. He has Tourette's syndrome, and when people pick on him, he shouts nonsense and hits himself, all out of his control.
Look at me, I'm wet! I'm a wet cat!
It wasn't until the bullies started posting clips to YouTube that anyone got in trouble for it. Matt Colon and Ryan Hudson titled their video Catman Hunting with Mateo and Budson. After our News 4 special report brought their video to light, police charged Hudson and Colon with stalking. How have the last few weeks been for you?
Okay.
Has anyone bullied you?
No.
Mikey seems like he's a happier person, like just is going on and all that. Seems
Why does he seem happier?
Nobody's picking on him, and like the weight's been taken off his shoulder.
Mikey seems happier, and he, his mother, and brother attended the arraignment of the two men facing charges for bullying him. The court hearing itself was routine. Both men told the judge they have a lawyer. Judge Walter Dragg set bail for them at $750. The judge also requested we not show the face of Ryan Hudson in the courtroom because at 18 years old, he may be eligible for youthful offender status. After the hearing, we asked the other suspect, Matt Colon, if he'd like to comment on his charge.
Go.
Colon is the man known as Mateo in the YouTube video, the one who admits in a statement to police he recorded and posted it online. In an earlier conversation over Twitter, Colon said he's clearly not sorry for making the video, something he later told police was just a joke. After leaving court with his family, the 19-year-old did not offer an explanation. And Colon's brother went one step further. Charging and shoving me into a light pole. Mikey's brother says after this exchange, the same man approached them, shouting more obscenities.
Makes me sick.
Why is that?
They need to grow up.
Now, although I wasn't able to get a comment from the suspects on camera, I did get a hold of the statements they gave police, and we'll have that story coming up at 6.
Quite a day.
Quite a day out there.
Just a terrible scene down there today. Now, they both were in court. What happens next?
Well, they both have a lawyer, and so they have another court date set for December 11th, and at that point, we should get a better idea whether they're planning on fighting these charges and working toward a trial or whether they're working toward a plea.
All right, we'll look for it. Thanks, Lou.